Another day, another story. Life Enhancement, by Srinivasan Chari. Pleasure of feelings in nature. Personality's human side. Putting your mind in the driver's seat doesn't imply you should conceal your true sentiments and emotions, whether they are positive or negative. On the other hand, having a variety of emotions adds interest to life. Smart people often possess these qualities, as well as an innocent desire to live life to the fullest. Please notice that the adjective childlike, rather than childish, is used in this statement. They are really different from one another. 1. Our requirements cause us to experience emotions when we achieve or fail to achieve our goals. It depends on who we are, what we've been taught, and where we were raised, and how we see our needs. We all have wants that must be satisfied, and nobody can dispute that. 2. Attempting to suppress normal emotions will only lead to internal turmoil and increase your propensity to behave inhumanely. You'll never learn to love yourself if you go on like this. Emotions sublimation. We briefly examined a few emotions in part 1 and saw how the same emotion might be expressed in several ways, as long as they are consistent with the self-direction we have chosen. We may utilize our emotions to assist us to achieve the objectives we have set for ourselves if we develop our brains. Anger. For instance, we shouldn't get angry with anything or anybody. Why would you be angry with a large boulder blocking your path, or a dishonest government official? However, we are more inclined to taking the necessary steps through the proper channels. If we are righteously indignant about the state of our roads or the widespread corruption, we might form a group of vocal, engaged individuals who work tirelessly to bring about reforms and enhancements that will make everyone's life better. When we give in to our anger, we are just acting immaturely and attempting to retaliate against the current aggressor in order to satisfy our ego and temporarily relieve our mental anguish. Since our ego is deeply entangled with our mind, our sentiments lose control. When we detach our ego from our thinking, our senses are instead controlled by our sharp intellect, which is not distorted by our thinking. We are aware that any outburst is pointless and that, if we maintain our composure, we may discover more effective strategies to manage our anger. We utilize our emotions to motivate us to act at a far higher level, one that has less to do with the immediate cause or target of our rage, and more to do with its underlying circumstances. Love. All of us value the relationships we have with our spouses, kids, parents, grandparents, and sometimes even our uncles, aunts, nephews, and nieces. We could even love our neighbors, instructors, close friends, and colleagues in a more general way. We fall into the trap of transferring our feeling of control outside of ourselves. If we just love the things we want, the people or things we love the most turn us into slaves, you now run the danger of losing that object or that person's affection. You didn't want your son to get married, but he did. He now gives his wife more attention than he did you. He and his wife will become more hostile to you the more you attempt to win him back, because you don't think you have any control over it. You feel awful about losing his affection. On the other side, while we have the greatest love, for our families and nations. We may also have the greatest love for everyone and everything else in the world. Our love radiates warmly and brilliantly on everyone and everything, like an inner light that never ends. Where you have power is within. Now, regardless of what he does, I will always adore my kid. I'll learn how to find tranquility. Thanks to this concealed affection, you won't be able to see the root and remove the emotional fog that is obscuring your head until you let go of your desire for his affection. A solid foundation built on love for all living things, and things themselves cannot be shaken by little issues. The specifics make sense when you see love for everyone as a totality. We don't want to imply that the specifics are unimportant. However, if we take a step back, so to speak, we can immediately see the solution, since it is consistent with the vast harmony of the cosmos and the intellect that created it. Thanks for watching.